Don't miss out.
Good morning, Abuja. This is Premium Times Half Hour 93.7 Citizen FM, Abuja. The 2023 general elections have come and gone. Winners are basking in the euphoria of their newly found victory. The president-elect is getting ready for the 29th of May when he shall become the president. Members of the National Assembly-elect are already jostling for the leadership position of the Senate President, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and their deputies. Also, those who lost are making permutations too. Now, while others are preparing for litigations to attempt to upturn their losses into a win, others have accepted the result of the election. But there's another group of losers in this election, and those are individuals whose political career might have ended with the 2023 general elections. Now, who are those politicians, and why does it appear that they are approaching or have approached their, political resignation? On today's program, I will be joined by Kabir Yusuf, correspondent on the Premium Times Data and Investigation Desk, who will be speaking to me about an analysis published by Premium Times Standards editor Timidayo Akinboyo. But first, let's review some other, great stories published by Premium Times during the week.
Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out.
Thank you for staying tuned and welcome back. Again, this is Premium Times Half Hour, and we discuss important issues and matters of national importance by dissecting the stories published by Premium Times reporters, from in-depth investigations and unique analysis to human angle stories. We also take calls and text messages from listeners who are willing to join in on the conversation. Now, let's look at some interesting analysis written about the elections by Premium Times reporters. One of them here says, analysis from Abia to Zamfara, how governing parties lost governorship elections. From Abia to Zamfara, how governing parties lost governorship elections. Now, this analysis looked at how sitting governors, governing parties, that's the ruling party in this state, how they lost their elections to opposition. Governing parties have lost, according to this analysis, they have lost elections in Abia, Kano, Sokoto, Benue, Plateau, and Zamfara. And there are still two states whose results are yet to be determined, where we do not know if the opposition will also be upturning the governing party. Another analysis here says, quest for President Buhari's Daura zone to produce Katsina governor, deputy continues. Quest for President Buhari's Daura zone to produce Katsina governor, deputy continues. Now, this is saying that with 12 local government areas, President Buhari's home, Katsina North Senatorial District, has more local government areas than each of the other two senatorial districts in that state, yet it has never produced a governor or deputy governor of the state. And the results of the governorship elections of that state have also showed that the state has again failed in its long quest to take the either position of those two top positions. And the last analysis I'll be looking at before we get our conversation started says how Zamfara governor squandered goodwill lost to PDP. How Zamfara governor squandered goodwill lost to PDP. This will also be an interesting read. It's one of those upsets how we saw Bello Matawalle of Zamfara State losing his election, and it appears he's the only sitting governor to have lost his position to a challenger. So there are more stories, of course, on premiumtimesng.com. That is our website. Well, now we are joined by Kabir Yusuf on the phone, who will help us look at, the interesting conversation that we want to talk about today. And this is, about some politicians who are perhaps witnessing an eclipse of their political career. Good morning, Sir Kabir. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, cousin. Thank you.
All right. So, Sir Kabir, the 2023 general elections appears to be an interesting one, no doubt. We've seen so many upsets, so many surprises, actually. So I would like you to briefly take us through this article, this analysis by Mr. Kimboyo, where he lists some politicians who, might have seen the end of their political career.
Okay. Thank you, cousin. I think it's a very interesting analysis by states or even any country. They've been kingmakers in the past, but the outcome of this election means almost all of them or most of them are going to retire from the political space because the outcome of this.
Hello.
Office, then you become irrelevant politically. That's why
Sir Kabir, are you with us?
the last only way to stay relevant.
Well, I think we'll go on a short break. When we come back,
Former Senate President Bukola Saraki,
okay.
even if you go into Kwara State, if you is following the political events in Kwara, you know that Saraki has been in control of the state's politics since 2003 until 2019, and this may be his last chance because in 2019 he lost his senatorial position, and the person or his ex-candidate also lost the governorship election. So there was a movement in 2019 in Kwara. It was originally known as Utani. And that movement retired all or most of the Saraki's allies in the political space. Now, after 4 years, he wanted to make a return to the political limelight of the state. He positioned some of his allies in key positions for the governorship, for the senatorial, but almost all of them lost out. And at the top, his presidential candidate, his party presidential candidate, also lost his presidential bid. So it's a big loss for the Saraki, and just like the analyst put it, this might be his also last moments politically to stay, relevant. Like you can say that he has no political future in the interim. Don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. The politicians always have their always, but for now, you can see that he has not secured any political future. Then you have someone like Uti Amechi, who is the erstwhile Minister of Transportation. Apart from being a minister in the last 8 years, he was also the former governor of oil-rich River State, River State, and the kind of role, the presidential role that Mr. Amechi played in 2015 election that posted former President Jonathan and bringing President Muhammadu Buhari to power. It was very instrumental letter was the campaign AG of the then candidate, President Muhammad Buhari. And before that, he was also the speaker. So, since Nigeria returned to democracy in 1999, Rotimi Amechi has occupied one office or the other until May 2022, when he resigned to contest for presidential position in the APC, but he lost out, and he has also resigned from his ministerial position. Now, the outcome of the 2023 election that produced Bola Tinubu, although they are from the same party, but there are reports that Rotimi Amechi did not support Bola Tinubu, which means it will be very difficult to see Amechi in this incoming cabinet or Mr. Tinubu, because you will recall that even the governor of the state, Wiki, accused Mr. Amechi of working for Atiku in the presidential election, and those days, the last 18th presidential election, Amechi was saying that the 2020 presidential election is one of the worst in Nigeria's system. The election that produced its party presidential candidate, they call it worst, and the allegations of INEC and the police working for APC and the Tinubu in the presidential election. So, in essence, their statement also in the way that confirm the reports Amechi supported Bola Tinubu in the presidential election. Also, you know, since 2015, when Amechi left office, we are made all attempts to although there are party crisis, APC and the crisis in River State, and because of the dominance of the PDP in the state, they have not been able to take power at subnational level. Now, even in 2019, they don't even participate in the elections. This year, the candidate, Tony Cole, was not able to defeat the PDP governorship candidate. And you know that at the legislative positions, PDP are taking on all the senatorial and House of Representatives positions. The only APC candidate in the House of Reps that won in River State, he was also reported by the media and say that he was the candidate for PNC, the governor of the state, because immediately after the election, also how that APC candidate run back to go and meet Governor Wiki, present him the certificate of return. People who look at that pictures say that, how can APC candidate go and meet PDP governor? So, in essence, what I can say is that Amechi has not done anything for its political future.
Okay. Now, moving, Sakabir, other people on this list, we do not have time, so I would like us to, make it short. Other people we have on this list who, according to these analysis, might be, witnessing, the end of their political career. We have Rauf Aregbesola here, we have Atiku Abubakar, we have Okezi Piazu, who, was even said to be perhaps the biggest losers of the G5 members. We also have Ibikunle Amosun. And I would like us to come to Atiku Abubakar. It appears Atiku Abubakar's lifelong ambition is to become Nigeria's president. Do you think this is his last option of of making that attempt, or you still see him making a comeback in 2027?
Yes, Atiku Abubakar still has his chances. came second in this presidential election. And right now he's challenging the victory of Mr. Tinubu in court. So if Atiku eventually succeeds in his challenge of the victory of the president-elect, so which means he might become Nigeria's president this year. He succeeds in his challenge. But if he did not, it is safe to say that he is also close to his political retirement. But, you know, just like what we saw this year, Atiku is a very serious politician. So you cannot rule him out. He might not be occupying any position for the next 4 years, but and in the next 4 years, he is going to be 80. And what we are going to see is that he might use his political experience, because none of the candidates in PDP, even in APC, only few people have the experience of Atiku Abubakar in the political space. He has been around for a very long time. And that was the same experience he used to get the ticket for PDP. Remember, there were talks and discussions of the PDP primary that they were going to zone it to the south. But because of people like Atiku Abubakar, when he has already picked his ticket, the PDP had no option than to leave the ticket open, and that's why he not now contested, and eventually he won the elections. Also, if you look at how he won the primaries, you know that it was just a matter of experience and his own political calculations that gave him that ticket. So, it will be clearly for us to say that he's approaching his retirement. If he decided to make a comeback in 2027, if he still has his political experience, if he still uses this kind of experience, he might as well get his ticket. Even if he didn't contest under the PDP, he can use another platform to contest. But by and large, I think Abubakar will be able to contest in 2027.
Okay. Now, another person here who I think it's interesting we look at his career also is Bukola Saraki. Although while Bukola Saraki have not held any elective position since 2019, I think, don't you think that Saraki is still young and can perhaps make his maybe political permutation and get back into partisan politics?
Like I said, I've spoken earlier about Saraki. What I mentioned is that that is, for now, you can say that he has not secured any political future. But his chances are very bright if he decided to join another party, if he decided to make some smart moves that will make him take control of the main opposition. He has very close friends as governors in the PDP, and he can, bring the party together, because there are so many internal crises in the PDP today. You need someone that can unite the party ahead of the next election. And because if the party is going to the next election 2027 with this kind of disunity, then they are not going anywhere. But like you say, if he put his calculations and everything together, and 4 years is a very long time in politics, so you cannot rule it out. He still has chances, but based on current realities, you cannot see that chances are bright for him to get to that top-most position of the president of this country.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Kabir. I think this is how we wrap up today's episode of the program Premium Times Half Hour. Many thanks to you for coming on the show, Sir Kabir.
Thank you, Kosi.
All right, and the analysis we reviewed was written by Premium Times Standards editor Timidayo Akimboyo. Before we go, let's look at some other interesting analyses published by Premium Times reporters, and one of them is from Abia to Zamfara, how governing parties lost governorship elections. And this analysis, showed how governing parties lost elections in Abia, Kano, Sokoto, Benue, Plateau, and Zamfara State. And, that's part of the upsets that we saw in the 2023 general elections. A detailed analysis of that is on premiumtimesng.com. Another says, quest for President Buhari's Daura zone to produce Katsina governor deputy continues. So the President Buhari's hometown, Kano North Senatorial District, has more local government areas than each of the other two senatorial districts, and yet it has never produced governor or deputy governor of the state. And with the result of the 2023 elections, that continues. The search for a governor or a deputy governor in that zone continues. And lastly, how Zamfara governor squandered goodwill, lost to PDP. And that is the last one. You can get more reports, interesting ones and insightful ones, on premiumtimesng.com. And to wrap with that on today's episode of Premium Times Half Hour, I hope you had a fantastic time with us. Again, this show is brought to you by Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform which serves you every minute stories that can help you make informed decisions and hold public